fun and games here at It Takes Two. Oh no, there's one thing we take very seriously. Eyes down, everyone. It's time for Ballroom Bingo.
Good evening, Strictly fans. Now, eyes down, because it's time for Ballroom Bingo! Clickety-click, it's 66. Which pro has the most attitude?
Ooh, which pro's got the most attitude? I'm gonna say Karen.
I'm gonna go with Karen.
She's the queen of sass.
I don't have attitude, I have catitude.
OT.
OT, OT.
She's got a lot of that going on.
I wouldn't mess with her.
Girl, I don't need to think about it. It's OT Mabuse. She'll tell you right away.
It's the Dancing Queen. Mum, it's number 17. Which pro is the best dancer?
Mr. Anton de Beek is the best.
He has the most experience and the most knowledge.
I really like Pasha's style. He's so clean and precise.
I'm partial to a bit of Kevy.
If I say myself, that just looks arrogant.
Well,
What a silly question. Me?
Neil Jones.
I'm gonna have to say myself.
I would pick Neil.
Neil is the best dancer. Full house.
That's your lot, folks. But remember, keep spinning.
Thank you, Mr. de Beek. Right, let's go to the training room now and find out how Molly and AJ and Ruth and Anton are getting along.
Oh my goodness, I love the foxtrot. It feels so good, it feels romantic. It feels like you're in a film from the 40s or something. I feel like my grandparents when I do this dance. Woo!
Technically, it's very hard, but when you get it, you can flow around this room in this beautiful foxtrot.
This week we have just put in as many hours as always.
Fantastic. We're here to really stamp on mark this week. You actually just stood on my foot. You actually just stood on my foot.
I am loving the Paso Doble. It's so fiery, it's so passionate. So this week I've got to stop being self-conscious and I've got to give it.
One, cha, ratita. I love the Paso Doble for the simple reason it's the closest of all the Latin dances to the ballroom dances. So for me, it feels like a proper dance. Cha, wampa, wham. Oh, fierce.
I am a fierce and fearless woman in this. And my husband would say I can be quite fierce, so I'll just think of him.
Eamon Holmes. Now, considering Geffen, I love him. Geffen gets an access all areas pass during his adventures around L Street. It's funny, really, that he always ends up by wardrobe. Let's see what he got up to.
Walking through the corridors, though, and it just feels a little bit emptier than usual. We are halfway, looking around, yeah, there is no one here. We're doing an Aston, but it does feel a little bit different this week to usual.
Yeah, there's fewer people flying around, isn't there?
There definitely is fewer people flying around. It's scary, actually.
I was going to say, does it add a little bit, you know, when you know the end is kind of nearer?
Yeah. Well,
Blackpool, 2 weeks away.
Is it 2 weeks away? I like to try and
Like you didn't
1
know.
week at a time. See that? My best acting. Is it 2 weeks away? No, yeah.
Do you know what? I must say, even though it feels like, oh, we're halfway, there's still like half left. I'm like,
I know, it's still a
it
long
feels like we've done every dance possible.
Yeah.
Obviously, we haven't.
Yeah, to think there's a lot more to do, that's mad.
There's still plenty to do as well. Oh, I recognise him. He's from Strictly Come Dancing. How's it going, AJ?
How are you?
I'm very well, thanks.
Well.
Thanks very much. Are you ready for tomorrow?
I'm ready for the studio today now. Can't wait to do a camera block.
Can I get a selfie?
This, I was just chatting to the boys actually about tomorrow night. Can we talk about your? Let's start with you whilst they do a selfie. You've got your music, both of your music tracks. A sensation, Natalie Cole.
Yeah.
Amazing. What a piece to dance
tune!
to.
It's such a good song. And actually, I've been training next to Aston a couple of times, and I've been hearing what he's got as well. So I think we're having a bit of a song off. Who's got the
the coolest song this week.
Well, actually, this is very much with Michael Jackson, the Jackson 5. You love that music, don't you?
I do love. Hey, calm yourself. I do love that music. I do really love it.
Great song.
It is a great
Have you seen the dances? Are they looking good?
I haven't seen
From a pro's point of view.
But I've seen my dance, and my dance is looking pretty amazing.
That's the main thing. This man here has a couple of lifts from on. Just show me the first step of. Let's just whilst we finish that, because I know you've got plenty to do before. Lovely stuff. Thank you. I didn't know you added 2. Zoe, back to you. That's not a bad lift. Good job.
It takes a team to lift him. I love the fact they do the interview and just do a selfie. Right, who would you like to meet our next couple? Yeah! They managed to tame a dragon with their fiery foxtrot, but unfortunately the judges couldn't have said the same for them. But bow down, it's Susan and Kevin.
She's a killer queen.
I could see that you were trying to maintain those shoulders, you were keeping it down. I could see you were working on that neck.
It lacked grace, it lacked elegance. Not your best dance for me today.
Always great fun to watch you. You actually give it 110%.
Hello, you gorgeous two. I tell you what, I'd like that wave. You definitely lived up to Queen of Dragons, Susan. I mean, it's incredible. You had flying fire, fierce new look.
Yes.
How did it feel when it all came together out on the floor?
It felt amazing. It was wonderful. It was Halloween night on Strictly. We put in a big performance. I was dancing with Kevin Clifton. It was unbelievable. I loved it the second.
Oh, I know. We loved it, didn't we? We absolutely loved it. Strong wig game from you there, Kevin Clifton. You were giving Ruth a run for her money there, I think, with that barnet. How much did you enjoy it out there on the floor?
Oh, you know I love dressing up. As soon as Halloween week's coming, or any of the theme weeks, I think, right, what can we dress up as? That's the first thought in my mind. And actually, when we first met, when all the pros and celebs meet each other, and we were just chatting away, and it sort of transpired we're both into Game of Thrones, and we went, oh yeah, imagine if we're partnered together, then we could do like a Game of Thrones number on Halloween.
And dreams can come true, ladies and gentlemen. It's so true. But then the judges gave you a really hard time this week, didn't they? I mean, does that hurt?
Well, the strange thing is, Zoe, that they said it needed more grace, and it may surprise you to know that Grace is my middle name.
How much grace do you need?
No, seriously, Grace literally is my middle name.
Oh, it really is?
Grace is my middle name, which is a shame.
Yeah.
But do you know what? We're in Strictly Come Dancing. The judges are part of the competition. They didn't like what we did last week, but they'll love what we do this week.
They will.
I like it.
I know, I love that, and I love the fact you came to Susan's defence as well. So much support for you online, though. You are loved. Lisa Mitchell wrote online, Susan, you and Kevin are the definition of what we love about Strictly. You were amazing, joyful perfection. So judges. It is so clear as well that Susan's completely loving the experience, Kevin, which must make it just an utter joy. I know.
I hope so.
An utter joy for you to choreograph for her and come up with concepts and ideas.
It is. Do you know what's brilliant is that I think we sort of clicked straight away. Like I say, when we all first met each other, we met all the celebs. I think me and Susan sort of clicked, and we're very chatty straight away. And we're into a lot of the same stuff, and we just sort of start vibing off each other. We sort of go... we sort of go, oh, do you like this? We could do something like that, and we could do this, and we could do that, and we sort of both get excited about it all. And then we sort of both get excited about the number, and then she throws herself into every single number. And every day is just an absolute joy working with Susan. I'm loving it. I'm absolutely loving this series.
And we can feel that. And that's a joyful thing. I want to join in too. This week, it's Jive, which I know is great fun. Possibly to the first single you ever bought?
Yes, it was one of the first singles I ever bought.
OK.
Shakin' Stevens' The Soul House.
Let's hear it. Do you know, it just reminds me of junior discos.
Yeah.
Panda Pops. I used to dance to this, yes. Love this
Who
song.
doesn't love a bit of Shake It Steve?
Come on. Hello. Does he do that? I don't know if he does that.
It's a brilliant track. Lots of memories for people, and it's a brilliant jive. It's a lovely, happy, joyful jive for people to watch on a Saturday night. It's gorgeous.
Yes. Kevin, are you happy with how it's all gone this week?
I'm really, really happy with it. I think training's been brilliant. We've had sort of 2 weeks where the judges have been quite hard on our dances. We're hoping that we can come out and sort of show them this week.
Look at those kicks. Look at that bounce. Look at that slide.
So yeah, so I'm really happy with how it's going. But then I was happy with how the last 2 weeks went as well. So it all depends on what the judges think. I don't know.
The main thing is, do you know what? I've done a lot of things in my life some people haven't liked, but a lot of other people have liked it as well.
Exactly.
So, you know,
I know. Exactly.
It's personal taste. It's like coriander.
It is. I know. I'm a huge fan.
I hate
Some
it.
people. Well, there we go.
There we go.
There, it's perfectly demonstrated.
Yes.
Is there? I do believe there is a little theme. Some kind of DIY.
Well, after last week's Dragons and Game of Thrones, we're painter and decorators this week. We're downscaling it, and we're in little dungarees painting a wall, and then we do a wee jive. It's
of
adorable.
course you do.
It's adorable.
Those two things go together beautifully.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Jive.
Yeah.
I love it. Now we know about your incredible impression of the mighty Ballas, but there are more. Oh yes, Kevin in action.
Oh no.
Dancing the Viennese Waltz. Susan Calman and Kevin Clifton. Susan Calman, Susan Calman, Susan Calman and Kevin Clifton. Kevin Clifton. Dancing the Viennese Waltz. The quick step, cha-cha-cha, foxtrot, the Charleston. Dancing the foxtrot. Dancing the Viennese Waltz.
Those eyes, they go all the way. It's so good.
Making faces for the camera now, are we? Well, I've turned my back. Rolling your eyes. I think you said you were really enjoying dancing with me.
What have we started? Good luck tomorrow. We adore the two of you, Susan and Kevin. It's a good eye roll. We've got something new for you all now. As we all know, our pros are some of the best in the business, but what have been their personal highlights whilst working on Strictly? Let's find out as Pasha talks us through his Strictly CV.
Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for the new boy on the Strictly block, Pasha Kovalev.
Becoming a pro dancer on Strictly in 2011 was an amazing opportunity. When I walked on a Strictly stage for the first time, I was a little bit nervous, but dancing with all the pro girls, not a bad way to start, isn't it? My first partner was Chelsea Healy. Very bubbly, very energetic, quite talented and capable in dance, and the only thing I had to work on is to understand her Mancunian accent.
Yeah, I did enjoy it. I'm knackered now. Oh, no, I'm off David's breath.
Going into my first ever Strictly final felt amazing, but that was the hardest week of our Strictly experience, where you have to deliver, no matter what, your best performance.
That was dramatically romantic, and you've been a joy to watch this entire series.
One of my favorite dances on Strictly came in 2012 when I was paired up with lovely Kimberly Walsh. To me, as a choreographer, the fusion of cha-cha-cha and tango, it was technically demanding, but we got 40.
Dance of the season so far.
We lost out in the final, but we managed to stay great friends over the years, and she still comes to watch me dance every year with her mom. In 2013, I was partnered up with beautiful Rachel Riley. I was really gutted when we left the competition, but our chemistry developed into something else, and we're still together now and still dancing. Caroline Flack, Series 12, the golden year. From the first moment meeting Caroline, I knew she had a lot of potential, but she lacked confidence. Starting from the week one, she thought that everyone else was so much better than her. I think Jive in Blackpool finally made Caroline believe in herself as a dancer. And from there on, no one could stop her.
Oh, yeah! That was class, fast, and you're built to last.
The show dance in the final will always stand out to me.
I'm loving angels instead.
It was quite a risky contemporary rumba, and Caroline was going through a lot in her personal life, and I thought that would be a great idea to transform what she felt into a dance.
I'm loving
Pasha, you are a brave man, and that was full of risks. Just gorgeous, gorgeous storytelling.
We were the first couple to receive all the perfect scores in all the dances in the final. Unbelievable. When they announced our names, I think it took a split second for it to sink in.
Caroline!
That's us, yes, that is us. And we lifted that glitter ball up. It's quite heavy, by the way. Every celebrity is so different, and figuring out how to unlock their dance potential, it's quite a tricky thing. When you leave the competition, you can't help but feel that you've let your partner down. It's never the case, but you start thinking, what could I've done better? That's just the nature of being a strictly pro. Being on Strictly, it's like being a part of the family, and it's such a special part of my life.
Gorgeous cash pot. Oh, and that dance with Caroline, amazing. Right, time now to get our teeth stuck into tonight's final couple. They had a lot at stake with their vampy jive at the weekend. Luckily for them, it was fantastic. It's Gemma and Aliash.